Okay, so apparently we have a time limit on this thing, so hopefully you guys are with me in part 2 of the video. We were in First Thessalonians, and we're talking about God's wrath and whatnot. So, like I said, taken out of context, for you yourselves know very well the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Okay. So in verse 9 it says, God did not choose us to suffer his anger/wrath, but to possess salvation. Okay, so right there they're comparing God's anger. You know, I'm reading out of the Good News Bible, by the way, you guys. So, you know, in the King James it's wrath, I believe, and in this one it's called anger. But my point is this, okay? They're comparing God's anger and wrath with salvation, okay? So God did not choose us to suffer his anger, but to possess salvation. So salvation equals no anger. Through our Lord Jesus Christ, okay, who died for us in order that we might live together with him, whether we, now pay attention, are alive or dead when he comes. Whether we are alive or dead. Now this is the apostles talking here, you know, and they didn't know either when Jesus was coming. So they assumed that they could be alive. Some of them could be alive. You know, their children. So right here again, there's no distinction. There's no rapture. Anybody could have been alive. Any Christian. So again, whether we are alive or dead when he comes, and so encourage one another and help one another, just as you are now doing. So he tells you, you know, encourage each other, help each other out through this tribulation period, so that nobody has to go through it alone. Okay, moving on. I'm trying to make this not as long as some videos, but I want you guys to get the information. Okay, Luke 21, chapter 21, verse 28. When these things begin to happen, okay, and they're talking about the tribulation. Like I said, go back and read this stuff. Talking about the tribulation. When these things begin to happen, stand up and raise your heads, because your salvation is near. Notice the word near. It doesn't mean it's at hand. Like, once these things start to happen, your salvation is here. I'm taking you out. You don't have to do it. No, it's near, because it's, what is 7 years? 7 years you got left, you know? Boom. Jesus is coming back. Your salvation is near. Doesn't mean it's at hand. Sorry, we're outside, so there's a lot of bugs out here. Okay, so moving on to verse 36. Be on watch and pray always that you will have the strength, get this, to go safely through all those things that will happen and to stand before the Son of Man. So once again, they're telling you, pray that you have the strength to go safely through all those things. It doesn't say pray that you have the strength to be raptured. It says pray that you have the strength to go safely through these things, okay? And these are not baby Christians, okay? These are Christians. These are not converts after the rapture. Matthew 24:13. But whoever holds out to the end will be saved. To the end, okay? Not whoever holds out to that rapture, whoever holds out to the beginning of the tribulation. This is whoever holds out to the end. Verse 15, Matthew 24:15. You will see the awful horror of which the prophet Daniel spoke. It will be standing in the holy place. So once again, he's telling them, you will see this. You people, you know, who are alive. And once again, they didn't know who was going to be there. Verse 19, how terrible. Now get this. This is one of the ones that the Lord gave me confirmation. I was in the shower, and he gave me these scriptures to think about because I was worrying on this, you know. And he said, he put these in my head, and it says, how terrible it will be for those days, for women who are pregnant and for mothers with little babies. Now, I'm going to ask you straight up, search your heart. What kind of a God would rapture people out of this tribulation and leave little